Hey guys, my name is Morgan. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. So today I'm doing a slightly different video than what I've done before. On my previous video, I did a complete desk makeover. I bought a few things off of Amazon. I changed the color of my desk and I added in a few accessories. I made a TikTok, I put it on Instagram, I put it on Pinterest. Some of the compliments that I got from those videos were on the background that I actually have on my MacBook Pro. So I use Canva to design things like that, and that's exactly what I used for my background. I had a few images, I had a color scheme I was going for. I really was just playing around with it at first, but it was the only thing that really got any sort of compliment. So I figured I would show you guys exactly how I designed my background on Canva. Like I said, I do use the Pro subscription. It's $12.99 a month. If you sign up, I know they have a free 1-month trial of the Pro, and then after that, they obviously will start charging you the $12.99. But if it's something that you're gonna use every day, it might be kind of worth it. I think Canva is a great way to kind of get into designing. I feel like a lot of people use it, and it's really like a great skill to just have. So I am going to show you guys exactly how I did that. Also, remember to like and subscribe this video. I do put out videos every Sunday, and let's get into this Canva Pro tutorial.
Canva has a lot of options for you to use on their own, so you're going to start by creating a design, and they already have a lot of different dimensions that are already set out. But because we're doing this for the background, I'm actually going to start off at custom size, and this is the dimension that I used for my background. So it's 2800 by 1800. So I already had that typed in just so we can get started directly at the video, and it's much easier to just begin this way. So you're going to hit create new design, and it does open up another tab, but here is your blank canvas that you're going to use and everything that's going to basically go into creating the background that we want. So first I go over to uploads, and I've already done this before. I basically just have everything that I've ever edited on Canva in here. I use some of this stuff for work, so I'm going to try to hide some of those things, but these are basically what I have already downloaded. I got a lot of these from Pinterest and other websites. I thought they were cute, so I just downloaded them and then uploaded them into Canva so that I could just add them in there. So the first picture that I grabbed, you just click on it and it will basically pop into this little square, and you're able to arrange this the way that you like it into your background. So I turned this sideways, and you can see they have the degrees on there so that you're able to line everything up the way that you like. So you're going to want to get it at 90 degrees, and you're just going to take it by the circle and pull it all the way out to the edges. So now that I have the entire screen filled out, I didn't want it to be this bold. I don't want it to be the main focus of my background. So what I like to do is I will go up here to transparency, and you can basically just kind of tone it down a bit so that it doesn't stand out over everything else on your background. So you can take it all the way to 0 if you want to, but I took it to about 70. I just thought that that was a good kind of area for it to be so that the other sections could stand out. After that, I went to elements, and that's where I looked up the rounded rectangle because that's what I wanted my separate sections to look like. So this is the other thing I was telling you about. Like I said, I use the Pro subscription, so not everything will be available with the free version, but with Pro, I was able to just click on it and it popped right onto my canvas. So it does come up as this black rectangle, so I went up to the color square. And one great thing about Canva that I love is that it will take the colors from your other pictures and add it in there so you can keep the color scheme consistent. So I chose the last one that was the lightest, and after I clicked on it, it turned my entire rectangle into that light color, and I just adjusted it so that it was straight. I then took that square and moved it right onto right where I wanted it to be on my desktop, and I was going to use a few of these, so I did Command C, Command V, copied and pasted, and placed my rectangles where I wanted them to be. So for the middle one, I did want it to be horizontal, so I did turn it around and then place it towards the bottom where I wanted it to be. But now at least all of my rectangles are the exact same size. And one thing I do love about Canva, these purple squares that they have basically keep everything aligned on your page. So if you want to be really perfect, then it's definitely a great way to keep things organized on the desktop. So the next thing I was going to do was actually go over to the left side here to text, and I was going to go into naming my actual sections. So I went to add a heading, and it pops up right in the middle, and this is where you get all of the text edits that you can change. So I always use London. I just think it's a really pretty font, and I typed in work because that was going to be my first section, and I just squished it down so that it fit into the rectangle comfortably, and I just moved it so I was centered. So I did another Command C, Command V, and moved it to the next section where I was going to make my other two squares. So I changed my first one to YouTube, and the one on the bottom is going to be personal. So I did have to squish down personal a little more just because obviously it was a longer word, so it was popping out of the sides. So this, you can see that I am basically almost done, but the last few things I wanted to do were to add in those extra pictures. So I go back to uploads, and these are going to be the pictures that I downloaded from Pinterest and from the internet. So the first one that I chose, I think this one actually was from Pinterest. I just clicked on it and it pops right on the page there. So I squished it down, moved it over, and I basically aligned it to where I wanted it to show up on the desktop. And for the next picture, I chose my dog. This is him being his best self and sunbathing. He is just so cute, but I cropped out the extra areas so that it wasn't taking up too much. So I took his picture, I edited it down, and I put it in the corner. Because his picture was overlapping with that middle square, I just moved the square over a little bit so that it fit in comfortably. And then for the last picture, I think I'll go with the coffee cups for this one. So same kind of thing. I just narrowed it down, moved it over, and basically just placed it where I thought it looked good in the actual layout. So now this is basically my entire desktop. This is exactly what I did, and I thought it came out really pretty. I love the nude colors, and it always looks really nice. So the next thing you're actually going to do is go to download, and once you click download, this is basically how you save it. I always leave it at PNG. I don't know the difference between the others, so I just leave it there and I hit download, and this is where it's going to actually save your work. And it just jumps on the middle there, and you click it, and this is going to be your picture. Because I had so many things on my desktop, I wanted to really get them organized, so I put everything into the files that I needed to. If I could change the color of these blue files, I definitely would, but I can't. So I made it look as pretty as it could. You know how they all pop up on the side there? I just took them and basically put them in their respective categories. So the work, the YouTube, and the personal. And this is basically how I got everything to look the way I wanted. I hope this video was really helpful. Like I said, it was super easy, but if you want all of the features that I used, I think you do have to get the Canva Pro. This is exactly how I set up my desktop.
So I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. It was pretty quick and to the point. Like I said, it wasn't really difficult to use. It was just about being patient and kind of playing around with the images and the colors and the design that you want. But like I said, like and comment if you did like this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.